Select the team you want to join. Start your season with...
You know what they say. Something's got to give. It's the coach. This is NFL football on EA Sports. Coming up, we'll see two teams, each riding a 3-game win streak, as it'll be the Jacksonville Jaguars taking on the Carolina Panthers. I'll have scores around the league for you at the half, but it's time for a little football. So we'll hand it over to our broadcast team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Just a spectacular afternoon for football here in the Tar Heel state of North Carolina as EA Sports welcomes you inside Bank of America Stadium in Uptown Charlotte. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Carolina Panthers. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Godden. And Charles, we look at this interplay here. They come in on a pretty good roll here, winners of 3 straight.
And last week they put together a 3-touchdown victory and challenge in that game. Let's see if they have a little bit of a letdown here.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Jaguars, they're hitting their stride of late. Winners of 3 of their last 4.
And going back through the tape, I thought they looked pretty good last week. It was a solid win, a comprehensive win.
Strap in, this will be a good one. 2 one-loss teams getting together as they're underway on EA Sports. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Cam Newton getting set to go with this Panthers offense here for the first time. Cam coming off surgery on his shoulder in the offseason. Caused him to miss the final couple of games of the regular season last year. A disappointing end that saw the Panthers lose the last 6 of his starts after a 6-2 first half of the season. On first down, Newton. It's brought in here by Willie Snead. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Throwing again on second down. Newton nowhere to escape, and he goes down. They were able to win last week despite him being sacked 4 times. They might need to tighten the reins a little bit, or this one may not end in another victory.
You're right about that. They can't count on just winning the game no matter what happens. They can't let the accumulation of hits and harassment in the pocket get to their quarterback. Got to stop that, give him clean lanes to throw the football in order to have a better chance to win again this week.
So now Cam leads the Panthers up following the sack. Carolina facing 3rd and long. A shotgun snap for Newton. And Jeffrey's got it. And a nice gain of 21 yards. We often, with Cam Newton, talk a lot about his legs. Don't forget about that arm.
He can throw it on a rope. He can loft it. He's got the touch that's been developed throughout his career. But the big part about just watching him throw it, it seems almost effortless.
53 is the mic. Here it comes. Here it comes. Check 50. Check 50.
On the carry, here's Marshawn Lynch. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 11 yards and a Panther first down.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 43.
Just like that.
Lynch. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. And the offensive starters for the Panthers.
And the play of this offensive line is going to be so important because we saw the sack a minute or so ago. They've got to be able to give. That means communication and being physical is vital. Otherwise, this could be a long game.
This pass into the arms of Snead. They'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for 3rd down. Came up a little short on the last pass play. They did get 9 yards out of it, leaving him with his 3rd and 1. And that's complete to Jeffrey. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And it'll be 4th down. And he's already got 2 catches on the opening drive. They know he's going to be a handful.
And sometimes you game plan for that offensively. You want to make sure that guy touches the ball, and sometimes it just happens naturally. And then you change your game plan. When he has the hot hand, you keep going back to him because he's running routes with confidence as the game goes on.
They snap it to Newton. And he finds a man. It's Olsen. They were caught in no man's land that time, but the decision to go one. It's a 1st down.
Yeah, Greg, Olsen's back for his 13th NFL season. The last 9 have been in a Panthers uniform. Only 9 games for him a year ago, 7 the season before due to injuries. But when healthy, a 1,000-yard receiver in 2014, 15, and 16.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Now the first carry for Wendell Smallwood. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. It's been a pretty long opening drive. This will be play number 11 coming up on 3rd down. From the gun, here's Newton. And they've got the hook up. This is Olsen. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. And it's a clinic that we're seeing put on here so far. 6 for 6 first drive of the game for him passing.
You know I'm a defensive guy, and while I'm admiring the heck out of what they're doing, throwing the ball around, all I keep thinking is the quarterback has to go down. You've got to ruffle his timing, change things up, get some more pressure on him, because right now he's way too comfortable in throwing the ball downfield.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game?
Moved back to the 10. They'll try on 2nd and goal here. They try again with Lynch. Able to get away.
That's why you keep the legs churning.
And a nice pickup there as he'll take it from the 10 down to the 5-yard line. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? He finds his man, the tight end Olsen. A great job to hold him to just a yard there. Now it's 4th and goal.
Zane Gonzalez on for the field goal. A 21-yard attempt. That's the
We're scoreless after 1.
No score.
2nd quarter now from Charlotte, and it's the Panthers with the football. They are, however, facing a 4th down situation.
Gonzalez on for the field goal. A 21-yard attempt.
And Gonzalez puts this one through. And the Panthers stake claim to a 3-0 lead. That That will go down as a 15-play drive, and it results in 3 points. So some disappointment?
It's funny. We had our conference before the game with the offensive coordinator. And what did he tell us? I just want every drive to end in a kick, right? An extra point, a punt, or a field goal. Well, in this case, I think it is a little bit of a disappointment because it did end in a kick, but that type of a drive should end in the end zone.
So Doug Marrone's Jaguars set to take over. They'll be led out by the all-time passing leader in NFL history. At 40 years of age now, Drew Brees.
And the first possession isn't until the second quarter, but what's nice about it, it's only down 3. So what you sell your team on is, look, one possession, one drive, we put it in the end zone. We're in the lead in this game. Let's go, guys.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Here's Johnson. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Now Brees on 3rd down. Open man is the tight end, Nick Boyle. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Brees. Got a man, it's Brown. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. That's on the former first-rounder Taylor Decker. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Off the draw, here's Johnson. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down. We've become so accustomed to it, you sort of take it for granted.
You really do, but he is so good that every team in his division, every year, is trying to make sure they draft people charged with trying to block J.J. Watt. So far, hasn't been too successful.
Yellow lady. Here we go, D. All day, defense, all day. 20 seconds. 20 seconds.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Brees, he's going to find his tight end Boyle. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. On 3rd and long, it's Brees. Open man is Kendrick Bourne. On 4th down, A.J. Cole comes on to punt. Greg Stroman back deep waiting for it. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback. Here's the Carolina offense as they get ready to take over here. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point
kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that. I don't know about that. Super toe.
Mike 58, right there. Watch the pass. Look at it.
Cam fakes the give and keeps it. A quick throw there out to Jeffrey. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 9 yards the pickup there, and it's a first down. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Newton now to throw. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. To throw again. Newton. This one into the hands of Metcalf.
Holding offense.
It's on the big guard, Gabe Jackson. They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Following the penalty, Lynch. Give him 4 yards there, but still in a big hole, 3rd and long. The Panthers on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 16. Out of the gun, Newton. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete. And that one goes incomplete on the drop. That's one he definitely normally catches. 4th down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
So on 4th down, they bring on the Michigan man, Matt Wild, to kick it away. Back deep is Tyreek Hill. And he gets it away, and it's a laser headed for the sidelines. And this is going to be ruled out, I think, just inside the 20. Yes, it will. Side judge calls it at the 19-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. Dumping it off for Johnson. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's A.J. Cole now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Fair catch called for and made right at the 25-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. Carolina getting set to take the field. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the 2nd half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of 6s. Back-to-back, what a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. Now a throw right side taken in here to start this drive. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. The Panthers going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Newton. And he'll hit Jeffrey, complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Newton on 1st down. It's brought in by Jeffrey. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the 1st down completion.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Here's Newton. He'll find Metcalf. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. Now here's a timeout as they're going to get it with 8 seconds remaining here in the 1st half. So even though it's 1st down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. Made his first, this now from 42 yards out. And the kick by Gonzalez is good. And that will double their lead as it's up to 6. So a capper there to a pretty good first half.
And I love the way that they put a chokehold on the clock and pretty much drained everything before they put the field goal on the board as they headed into the half.
After the field goal, here's Gonzalez to kick it off. This is fielded at the goal line. So a couple of field goals, that's all we've been able to muster through 2 quarters of play. 6-0 is our count at the break. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thank you very much. More from you two in just a bit. But first, let's get everybody caught up with what's going on around the NFL here in Week 5. We'll begin up in Nashville, Buffalo in town to take on Tennessee. And it's the Bills with the lead in the second quarter. Michael Thomas, a touchdown reception. From there, we'll head to Washington to check out the Redskins at home at FedEx Field. And they currently trail in that game against the visiting Patriots. Aaron Rodgers with 2 touchdown passes. Finally, let's get down to Houston. Check on the Texans at home at NRG Stadium. And at this point, they trail the visiting Atlanta Falcons. Andy Dalton with 2 touchdown passes there. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a defensive struggle. Which offense can break through in the second half? To find out, let's hand it over to our broadcast team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Panthers out in front, and they will get the football first. Second half action underway. Out come the Jaguars now as they'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally because they've done all of nothing offensively in this game, yet they still find themselves in a position on this drive where a touchdown can give them the lead. They need to take advantage of it.
Now they're still looking for that first touchdown here in the third quarter. All they have so far, the field goal. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Chalk that up as their first sack in this game, and they tallied 4 a week ago.
And probably not as much exultation in that sack as what took us so long. Because when you get that momentum, they didn't get that done in the first half of the game. Let's see now if they start to bring even more exotic pressure towards the quarterback.
From the gun on third down, Breeze. And he's going to go down again. Sean Lee, the longtime vet, getting in and safe to say that the secondary really contributed to that sack.
Yeah, nickel set, 5 defensive backs. They covered everything. Nowhere to go with the football. But my question is, throw it away.
Here's A.J. Cole now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. 45 yards, that's what the punt goes for. 5 on the return, and the offense will take over with a new set. So here are the Panthers. They're on a 3-game winning streak, and right now looking good in this one as well. Good starting position for the Panthers as they come up 1st and 10, 42. Throwing is Newton. Rolling to his right. And he's going to keep it here. To the 30 before being taken down. Big yardage there on this. So an instance there of Cam being Cam. We know he can use his legs.
And with that big body, it's hard to get him down, even if you get on him. Plus, he moves it a lot faster than what people think. And boy, does he have fun playing the game of football.
So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line. They'll run Lynch. Lose yardage here to the 30 line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be set down.
You've just got to look. It's the third quarter. Time to panic doesn't mean you've been doing maybe sense of the running game.
What's that? Look at it. Watch the run. Watch the run. Check 43.
On second and 11 now. Newton, space to run past the 20. Snead's got it. He's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 18. Newton now, pretty amazing of 16 throw. Let get him at around the 16. A couple and an 8. Newton, and caught left and stopped a yard shy of the goal line. Newton to Olsen there for a Carolina first down. They'll run for it with Lynch. Go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. A loss of down. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here.
Yeah, but I'm to abandon them. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward, especially as we get deeper in.
Right, that's Jeffrey. Line now, second and goal.
Let's go. Let's bring it.
And it'll be intercepted. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
And Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the times, and when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming to the ball.
And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, even put points on the board. You got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards. Right after the turnover, they come out.
That means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. From up near the 40 now after the big play to start, here's another 1st and 10. Running from the gun, Johnson. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Johnson. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. To throw is Breeze. He's got his man. It's Kendrick Bourne. And he will have the first down as he gets this to the 47. The drive stays alive, a 3rd down gain of 8.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first. So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 47. Now Johnson. He takes it down to the 42, a 5-yard run. We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Here's Breeze. Underneath for Johnson. It's a gain of 5. And that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 2.
Breeze going to try and throw on 3rd down. Got the connection here to Bourne. Well, that'll get them the first down as they get 9 yards out of that quick slant.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Brees going to come up here, 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. Now Brees. Oh, no, he lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
So maybe just a momentary setback on what's been a great drive so far, but 2nd and 13 here. Now a play fake. Brees. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Khalil Mack able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. From the gun, it's Brees. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down. A 4th and very long coming up. You're out of field goal range. I don't know that you can go for this.
Well, I know that you want to, right? You know that they want to say, hey, let's go for this. We've got the perfect play drawn up. Let's do it. But I wouldn't go for it either. I agree with you totally. You're only down 1 score. Punt it. Let your defense pick you up.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This will be spotted just shy of midfield, a 59-yard attempt. And this won't get there, won't be on line either. It's no good, off to the right, and this score will stay right where it is. Well, just kicking a field goal there, that's a decision that could be open to second guessing. You know, you're trying to get back within a field goal, but it didn't work out as planned.
And now you're banking on your defense to be motivated enough to get out there and get the ball back for you. I think if that ball goes through the post, the defense is naturally motivated, even elevated in their mission. Now they've got to find a way to dig down deep and get it done.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 49. They'll start on the ground with Lynch. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
53 is the mic. 53. Check 53. I can't believe they let you play. I can't believe they let you play.
And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, and that's it. Would have been losing yardage even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. From the gun, here's Newton. He finds his man, the tight end Olsen. And they will get this across midfield, but still well short of the first as he's dropped at the 46.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver, where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a first down.
Here's Matt Weil now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. That'll be out of bounds, and how good was that? They'll say the 3-yard line. That's where they spot it.
You hate to get the ball away here in the fourth quarter while you're just holding a slim lead, but that punt, absolutely ideal. They pin them inside the 5-yard line. They give their defense a really nice opportunity.
Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here. I tell you what, it's kind of hard to imagine. They have not scored a single point, and yet they're in this position, a touchdown drive here, and they're in the lead.
Normally, when you have 0 on your side of the ledger on the scoreboard, you're a little bit discouraged. But when they look over and see their opponents, they don't see a number that's way out there. They don't see a number they can't attain. In fact, they can get it right here on this drive and potentially take the lead. I guess it's good we can't really read the mind of the defensive coordinator now, huh?
Had him pinned back there deep, give up that run. Can't be happy.
Yeah, whatever's in his mind right now, we probably couldn't say over the air.
On first down, Breeze. He gets this one to Johnson. And able to get it here to about the 16-yard line. Call it a 1-yard gain on the play, and it'll be second down. They fake the give. Here's Breeze. This will be caught by Brown. We've got a 1-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. They face a critical third down now, needing a score here in the late going. Back to throw. And that'll be intercepted by the Pro Bowl safety Harrison Smith. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line.
And that one, it's going to hurt big time. You're in the 2-minute drill trying to get your guys down the field, and it's looking like they're going to go up just short, as this is definitely not his best throw. And it'll wind up being intercepted.
And the Panthers coming out now. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a first down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
First down, the run with Lynch. Now a timeout called for by the defense as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. They'll keep pounding here with Lynch. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down.
Mike 58 right there. Here we go, D. Get off the field. Slam.
On the carry, it's Lynch. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
A 43-yard attempt.
Gonzalez's kick is good. And that will make our score 9-0. Same story continues. He's the only one that's scored for them, their kicker, with all the points.
So now when we hear the chants of MVP, they're definitely aimed at him because he has been the only guy who's put points on the board in this game.
Kickers are always either the hero or the GOAT. So far, he's definitely the hero. This is taken just shy of the 10 here. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. We get a look at the Carolina defense as they work their way into position. They're looking for one final stop here, put this game on ice. What's the message from the defensive coordinator here?
Don't overthink it. You know what you have to do. Let's get this game over with and get to the locker room.
Yeah, that's the key, right? Just get it over quickly. They don't want to deal with any extra time.
You don't want any extra time. You don't want to do something out of the ordinary that gives them an opportunity and hope. Go out there and play the way you know how.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete. They were trying to go to Brown once again, and that'll bring up second down. Now Breeze. Got a man, it's Brown. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. A 14-yard first down pickup for the Jaguars. Here's Breeze to throw. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now second down. So second down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Back to throw, Breeze. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down. Big play coming up. Here's third and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on third down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a fourth down decision.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on fourth down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. They'll go for it. It's Breeze. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. Breeze going to get this to his rookie. That's Andy Isabella. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. Breeze now to throw. Dumping it off for Johnson. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, second and 2. So this one is over. A victory for Carolina. And not all W's are created equal, CD, and this one came in shutout fashion.
Well, their offense certainly didn't need to do anything, right? They could take the day off, and they did. But the defense, they carried them in a big way.
Yeah, look, the offense, obviously stuff to work on, but they did enough, and the defense carried the load.
But you know what they say, it's always fun to work on things if it didn't go well in your game with a victory in your pocket, and that's what they've got going forward.
So for Carolina, they boost their record up to a strong 4-1. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Meanwhile, for Jacksonville, the loss will move them back to 3-2 on the year. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves next week at home against Jacksonville. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports. Select the team you want to join. Select the team you want to join. Start your season.
Hey, everybody, it's the coach. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Up next, we've got what should be a great matchup between the New England Patriots and the Washington Redskins. I'll be back with you again with scores around the league at halftime. But kickoff right around the corner. And standing by to call the action, here are Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis.
Coach, on the eastern edge of the D.C. metro area in Landover, Maryland. That's where we are situated at FedEx Field. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the New England Patriots and the Washington Redskins. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you talked about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
Strap in. This will be a good one. 2 one-loss teams getting together as they're underway on EA Sports. That's fielded in the end zone. And no here. This will make it. It comes 25 yards. The Patriot on offense. Under center is a 225-pound baller, Aaron Rodgers.
And it felt game tape. Everyone involved last week.
Manager.
He really wanted to put it. They ran the ball some. They threw it accurately. One touchdown pass doing that, but he didn't throw any interceptions. That's the bottom line. That's why a defense loves a quarterback like that. Doesn't put them in bad situations.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. That'll be a first.
I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight-ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles.
Enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid game.
Rodgers now on first down. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. He was trying to get it to his tight end, David Njoku, but it's going to be second down. And let's give you a look here at the New England offense.
And they're coming off a good win last week, but they do know that they have a home game next week. So all the focus has to be, can they get a second win on the road and make going home that much sweeter? That's the intention in this ball game.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. Trent Taylor, his first touchdown of the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. They envisioned it, get the football to start the game and score it.
And I don't know if that was scripted. Was it an audible? Or was it just a play call that they had in their pocket? No matter what, they had the right call on against the and they end up in the end zone.
Will Lutz on for the point after. And he gets it to make it 7-0 Patriots. So a 5-yard scoring drive on just 3 plays. And it's finished off by a Pats touchdown. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. In 5-yard line. So here are the Redskins now in excellent field position to start things out. Leading this unit will be the big arm man out of Texas Tech. 10th pick in the 2017 draft, Patrick Mahomes.
And I'll bet he's talking to his guys about resisting the temptation to try and turn this into an up-and-down game. Almost like basketball, where both teams an advantage. Our team's trying to run with them, and they're just not equipped for it. Doesn't matter whether you're equipped or not. Just settle in. Get calm for the big stuff.
Give the Redskins 13 there on a first down. Now a carry by the third-year man. This is Austin Eckler. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. And we roll now on the graphics for the offensive starters.
Let's take a look at the left tackle, Taylor. A big, gregarious guy with great athletic ability,
plays the game with a little bit of it to the whistle. He plays to the echo of the whistle.
They go to the former Saint, Mark Ingram. And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26. On the defensive side, here are the starters for New England. They're going to need to be strong against the run in this one.
They've established themselves stopping unit in the NFL going. Me, towards them continuing that throughout the season. They look pretty good, pretty darn cohesive to me.
Hey, watch the slant. Watch the slant.
Throwing is Mahomes on third. That's complete to Austin Eckler, the running back. And he gets this down to the 18, good enough for a first down. First down as they're able to convert.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. That throw good for 4. It's second down. That's thrown to Smith-Schuster out wide. 5-yard line. 9 yards on the play there, and it sets him up first and goal. Well, they've been practicing goal line offense all week. Let's see if they're able to capitalize here. And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington. Ricky Seals-Jones, his second touchdown on the season, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter.
I do believe we came here to see a game, didn't we? And it looks like he's running what we call routes versus air. You just go out there with your offensive unit and throw the football with no defense. He's 5 for 5 on the opening drive.
He was on his game there for drive number 1, but my only thing is now he can't go any higher than that. He was so perfect. Can he do it again later?
Yeah, all he cares about right now is making it 10 for 10, 15 for 15.
Keeping that going.
And he feels like he can get it done.
Vinatieri able to tack on the PAT, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
A pass there over the middle to start things out. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5. Time for a look at our starters here on defense. They find themselves just a couple of spots outside of the top 10 defending the pass, number 12 in the league.
So I'm prepping for this game. I kept asking myself the question, what's keeping this group from being top 10 in the league against the pass?
And
too many mistakes, especially little mistakes. And those add up into big mistakes. Big mistakes add up into points against you.
on second down, here's a run with Mack. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. A look at the numbers for Mack from last week. 16 carries, 64.
They've won 2 straight games, and they've done it with the running game as the focal point of their offense. So in this contest, I don't think about doing anything else. I continue to ride the hot hand that I've established and lead with the runners.
Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. That's going to set him back 5 yards.
319. I got it. Check 9, check 9.
They'll run it out of the gun with Mack. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32.
319. Mike's 50, Mike's 50.
Throwing on second and 14. Rodgers, he completes this one to Mack. Give him 3 on the play, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation.
Mike 54. Mike 54.
Throwing is Rodgers on third down. And Rodgers is going to go down. He's sacked. Frank Clark fighting his way home to get the sack.
Well, how about that? A dime set on defense, 6 defensive backs. None of them blitz. They're just back there. Lineman gets the sack.
That's where the O-line, they go to the sideline, they keep their helmets on so the cameras can't find them, right?
Yeah, the cameras can't find them, but I know one thing. The O-line coach will.
So on fourth down, here's Johnny Hecker to punt it away. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And it'll be Redskins football now with a 1st and 10. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown. Now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
Looking to throw is Mahomes. Looking for Perriman there. He's got him. These two teams all tied after one.
With the score tied 7-7.
Check. Watch the curl. Watch the curl.
To throw again on 2nd down. Mahomes. This one caught by Davis. It's a 1st down for the Redskins on a pickup of 11. Mahomes will bring him up 1st and 10, and he's completed all 7 of his passes thus far. Now left side, a completion to his tight end. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down. They run. It's Mark Ingram. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
Yeah, that was the safety that came through and made the play. But there's no doubt in my mind, he hits like a linebacker. And we see a lot of that in today's NFL, don't we?
And that time we do indeed. A big hit for a loss. An extra corner comes on now for the Patriots D on 3rd down. Working from the gun, Mahomes. And he's got a man, Corey Davis. And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots' 41-yard line. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a 1st down.
So into Pat's territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 41. Now Eckler, and the lane closes up quickly as he'll get about 3 down to the 38. Back to the ground, this time with Ingram. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. They had 3 yards on 1st down, just 1 yard there.
A 1-yard gain.
From the gun on 3rd down, Mahomes. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Joey Bosa in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it, but it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
So on 4th down, here's Chris Jones to punt it away. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. The Patriots offense now, they worked their way back onto the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10. To throw is Rodgers. He finds Taylor, complete. And he'll be upended after a gain of 5, up to the 25-yard line. The last play on the completion got them half of what they needed. Now here's a tough 3rd and 5. Throwing now is Rodgers. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't it?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. That one good for 13 at a New England first down. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Rodgers. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. The tight end, Cameron Brate, was the target. And it'll bring up 3rd down. To throw on 3rd down, Rodgers. They'll run the screen with Mack. And he'll only get this to the 47. He needed a few more yards to pick up the first. 8 yards on the screen there, not enough. And it'll be 4th down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the first down. In this case, it didn't happen.
And the punter's on the sideline. Here's the field goal unit now to try an exceptionally long one. This to equal Matt Prater's record. It's a 64-yard attempt. And off the crossbar, no good. A sensational effort from that distance, but rejected by the bar. And this game will remain tied here in quarter number 2. Well, I tell you, I think by definition you won't get any closer to equaling the record than that.
Not at all. 64 yards, end over end. And I think he's going to come up about a half a revolution short. And that could really have bounced either way.
Mike. Yellow. 180. Check three.
Throwing on first down is Mahomes. He's got this one complete to Perriman. The Redskins now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Mahomes will bring him up 1st and 10, and he's now 10 of 10 throwing the ball here to start the game. Here's Mahomes to throw. He'll take a shot for Davis to the end zone. And incomplete. He dropped it in the end zone. Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10. To throw, it's Mahomes. He'll get this to Eckler. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6. Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. They face a 3rd and 4 after that last completion gets them 6. Throwing now is Mahomes. And this is going to be incomplete.
We've already seen him catch a few passes out of the backfield in the first half, unable to connect on that one.
Certainly seems like getting him the ball out of the passing game, though, is part of their game plan.
It certainly is because he catches it well, creates a mismatch. You're going to cover him with a linebacker, a corner, a safety. They feel like he can win every battle.
A 42-yard attempt.
Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. Now it's scooped up, and this is a live football.
Sometimes you're never quite sure there's actually scheme that got the ball blocked. But I know one thing. The special teams coach, he's going to take the pats on the back for it anyway.
It's always interesting to watch after the block, the scramble for the football. Nice job there. They kept their wherewithal, got it, able to return it.
And on that, he can take the pats on the back because once you get the block, everything that happens from there is really controlled chaos. And you try and control it through your practice, through your teaching, and understand, expect to get the block. And once we do, this is how we respond.
On first down, Rodgers. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted, thrown back across his body. It's the rookie from Washington, Taylor Rapp, who picked it.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball, and I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
Comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here. And we're under a minute to go here in what's been an even first half, all tied up.
Yeah, still time to make something happen, too. A couple can put them together, could get into field goal range. Let's see what happens.
30 seconds remain in this first half as they come up here first and 10. They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. They'll keep it on the ground again here. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. So a touchdown apiece. That's what we have to show at halftime as they head to the locker room. 7-7 our score. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thank you very much. More from you, too, in just a bit. But first, let's get everybody caught up with what's going on around the NFL here in Week 5. We'll get started with a good one in the NFC. Minnesota heading to MetLife Stadium to take on the New York Giants. And in the second quarter, it's the Vikings who are out on top. 2 touchdown passes there for Jameis Winston. From there, we're off to Tennessee to check on the Titans at home in Nashville. And you can see they trail the visiting Buffalo Bills in that ball game. Michael Thomas, a touchdown reception. Finally, let's get to Philadelphia. Check on the Eagles at home at Lincoln Financial Field. And it's the visiting Jets who have the lead in that one. A touchdown pass there for Andrew Luck. Meanwhile, in our game, each team able to manage just 1 touchdown apiece. 7-7 is our score. And for the call of the second half, we send it back to our commentators, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Set and ready to go for the second half. 1 touchdown apiece, 7-7 our score. In Washington as they come onto the field. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. Mahomes now on first down. Oh, look over the middle, and he's got Perriman. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. A gain of 6 there on first.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Mahomes now to throw. He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down. Mahomes now 13 of 15 passing. That's good for 87%. It's 1st and 10. They go play action. Now Mahomes. Open man completes it to Smith-Schuster. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. A Redskin first down. The pickup 15 yards.
Partner, this is one of the best routes anyone can have in their offensive playbook. Tough to defend because you think it's a go route, and then he breaks it back on the comeback. There's one other thing you need as well.
A well-thrown ball.
Exactly right. You have a guy who has some precision in throwing the football because of the timing of the route.
So into Pat's territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 47. They're going to get about 3 here out of this first down run, and that'll bring up 2nd and 7. It was Taven Bryan who got him down defensively. On 2nd and 7, Mahomes. That's complete to Disley, the tight end. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. So they'll take the yardage and tack on 15 more for the face mask.
Talk about a play that absolutely costs you in the end. Just trying to do your job, right? Trying to get him on the ground. Next thing you know, they'll march off another 15 against your squad.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Mahomes going to throw. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will. This is Ingram. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
And this time he's going backwards. So after the no gain on the last attempt, here they get him behind the line.
So statistically, both of these offenses having a rough time getting a running game going. But, boy, what a nice play there defensively.
Tackling him behind the line, but you're right. You look at the numbers. Neither side looks on track in the ground game. They've been so good on 3rd down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal? From the gun, it's Mahomes. Now this is intercepted. He was trying to get it to Davis. A.J. Boye with a pick. Through an opening, and there he goes. And he will score. Touchdown, Patriots. 3rd down, passing down. They throw the extra defensive back in there for a nickel package, and it worked out.
And it's not anything that you would think is just great strategy. It's just that when you have 5 defensive backs on the field and an obvious passing down, it's a lot tougher to complete a pass. And on that play, they completed it just to the wrong team, and it cost them 6 points.
Lutz will look to add the extra point. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick six. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here. And last time, decent field position through the pick six. Obviously costly.
but they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
Again, they'll run with Ingram. Oh, able to avoid him. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Let's go, baby.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Check. Watch 54. Watch 54.
Now it's Ingram. Ingram churning. He lost the football. But the Redskins look to get this one back, and indeed they did. It's still Washington football.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover.
Yellow. 180. 54. Right. 54. I got him. Switch.
They'll run out of the gun with Eckler. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a 3rd and long situation coming up. Now here's Mahomes. Mahomes hit. He lost the football, and it's picked up by the Patriots. So they take over not only in enemy territory, but in the red zone at the 16-yard line.
Well, that's a down and distance coaches always talk about trying to avoid, isn't it? I mean, that's 3rd and long, and you just know they're pinning their ears back and coming after him, sometimes even with extra pressure.
And he knew that. I mean, he knew they were coming. He just fumbled it.
Yeah, he knew it. The offensive line knew it. Everyone did, yet the pressure was still there, and he ended up coughing it up.
Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. He's down inside the 10 to the 8, and it comes on a gain of 8.
8 yards on the pickup.
They keep it on the ground. Mack again. Oh, and Mack has the ball stripped, and the Redskins scoop it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Yeah, baby. We got it.
And this is one of those bang-bang plays, Charles. Did the knee hit first or did the ball come out first?
This is where you need that 20/20 eyesight, don't you, Brandon? You've got to see which one happened first. If the knee hit the ground, then they will keep possession.
The Redskins on 3rd down, putting an extra man here in the secondary. Now it's Rodgers. And he's going to lose yardage here, as they will switch ends as time is run out on this 3rd quarter of play. Three quarters in the books. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now at FedEx Field. We get set for the 4th quarter. Patriots have the lead. They also have the football.
A 27-yard attempt.
And Lutz puts this one through. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. A big one there. That gives them a little cushion and makes it a 2-score game.
Yeah, bled a little time off the clock, put some points on the board. It's not totally out of reach yet, but it has to feel pretty good to them right now because as a defender, you go out on the field and say, guess what? You can put some points on the board, but that won't beat us.
This one fielded at the 5. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line.
Let's go.
A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
You like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Uncorks one for Davis. And this is incomplete, but a flag back at the line of scrimmage. And then first down. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10.
You don't want none, baby. You don't want none. Hey, you don't want to see me.
Shotgun snap to Mahomes. He'll let this go for the end zone. And this is caught for a touchdown. Now hold everything here. Flag in the backfield. This one might be coming back. That's on the first guard selected in the draft back in April, Chris Lindstrom from BC. Looking to throw is Mahomes. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Mahomes, nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Joey Bosa make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
Remember, throughout my career here in defensive coaches, I always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. Well, they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. Going to need better protection here. 3rd and long following the sack from Mahomes and company. Now Mahomes. That is caught. It's Perriman. 30. And all the way down to the 22-yard line. Big yardage that time for the Redskins. 48 yards.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great. And what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Working from the gun, Mahomes completes it to Davis. And they'll get this down to the 10. 12 more yards there and another first down. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. You're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
Mahomes will bring him up 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. Now back to throw. His pass caught with the 4. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Will Dissly, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game.
Okay, I know it's an old line, but it still applies here. The fat lady has not sung yet. She may be warming up, but she hasn't sung yet. There's still an opportunity.
Vinatieri now to tack on the PAT. And this is up and good to make it a 17-14 game. So the drive there took 6 plays. And the result, a touchdown for Washington. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. So here are the Patriots to take over. They've won 2 straight, and they lead this one as well as they come up on 1st and 10. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though, huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. Hey, it kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. And he's upended after a gain of 4 up to the 25-yard line. Possibly a big play coming. This is 3rd and long. To throw is Rodgers. They'll set up a screen for Breida. He finds an opening past the 40. And finally down at the 41-yard line.
Couldn't just sit on it here, could they? Had to throw the ball on 3rd down. Got the big completion in the pickup. Fresh set of downs now. They've got to feel great.
And defensively a backbreaker. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So the Patriots with the football as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end complete. And quickly we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. Rodgers throwing here. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now Washington going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. On 3rd down, a run by Mack. The Redskins going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's Johnny Hekker now as he's on to punt for New England. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Washington offense will be backed up to start this drive as they've got it 1st and 10. Patrick Mahomes in the offense. Down by a field goal. 1:39 to go. They need at minimum 3 points out of this as they come up 1st and 10. Back to throw. Mahomes. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And they'll bring him down here right around the 17-yard line. He'll look to throw.
Sometimes it's hard to figure, but you can live with incompletions in this situation. You can't live with these short gains that take time off the clock.
You know who loves it? This defense. And he's unable to grab it. Thought he might have had position, couldn't hold on. 3rd down. A 10th carry here for Mark Ingram. And he will not get what he needed as he stopped short of the 1st down at around the 22. Call it a gain of 5. 4th down now. Back to throw. It's caught by Davis. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Patriots take over. They're going to have terrific field position. So that one hurt. No timeouts left. Look at where the ball is on the field, Charles. I don't know if the fat lady's singing yet, but she's starting to hum a little bit, isn't she?
You think she's doing scales at this point? I don't think there's any doubt about it, but they had to go for it. In this situation, with their timeout situation as well, they had to take the chance, try and get it done. They didn't. Now they're powerless to stop them, essentially.
They need a big play somehow from their defense. Now the Patriots offense, they work their way back out onto the field. And with the defense out of timeouts, powerless to stop the clock, this should just be a couple of kneel downs. The Patriots in the victory formation as they'll take the knee.
Brings up second and 11 at the 24-yard line.
Rodgers will take a knee here, and that should be all she wrote. So this will wind up a victory for the New England Patriots. And I'll tell you what, it has not been with a whole lot of frequency over the last couple of decades or so that teams have come into New England and escaped with a victory, but that's what happened here.
It almost doesn't feel real, does it?
We've seen it so few times.
That actually happened, right? We saw it. They came out of there with a win. And on the other side, in that locker room, you know what they're saying? We didn't really lose. Time just ran out on us. That's the attitude they have because they don't see it happen very often, not even sure how to handle it.
And you see some stunned faces heading for the exits here in New England. So for the Patriots, they boost their record up to a strong 4-1, and they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Washington, the loss will move them back to 3-2 on the year, and they'll look to regroup next week as they head down to Miami to take on the Dolphins. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.